What we're going to do today is we're going to demonstrate the matrix and how we use it in our domestic violence classes here in Cedar Rapids. I would like to thank Dr. Kevin Polk for this wonderful gift that he has given to the ACT community and to the world. This is a wonderful sorting tool, and just want to give him complete credit, and I hope I do it justice here. So, what we're going to start out with is we're going to have a five senses experience. Our five senses are sight, touch, feel, smelling, and taste. So, in order to do that, in my class we all have a piece of candy. What I want you to do, I don't want you to eat the candy right now, but I want you to experience this piece of candy using all five senses. I want you to look at the candy. And we're going to go through this a little quicker than we normally would in a regular class because we're going to try to limit this. So look at it, look at its shape, look at its size, look at its color. I want you to smell it. Go ahead and open it and smell see what you smell, if you smell any type of mint or wintergreen. And I want you to feel it. Is it rough? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it powdery? Does it make noise? The cellophane makes noise a little bit. And without eating it, I do want you to taste it. Just slightly taste it. Now I'm going to ask you to put it down. And if you feel comfortable, I'd like for you to close your eyes. And I want you to experience this piece of candy using your thoughts. And so I want you to think about the candy. I want you to look at it, look at its size, its shape, smell it, taste it. Does it make noise? And what does it feel like? Okay, so come back to the room. Were you able to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Was the five senses experience the same experience as the mental experience?
No.
No, it wasn't. Okay. Who was the person that noticed the difference? Who was the person that was experiencing the physical and the mental experience in that little exercise?
I was the one that noticed.
Exactly. Me noticing the difference. So it's not me up here, but it's all of us. We experienced it, and we noticed the difference between the five senses and the mental experience. So quickly here, we're going to go to the away side. And I've written up here very quickly, away from unwanted experience, thoughts, and feelings. What are some unpleasant feelings or thoughts that people go through, especially in a relationship that may be prone to violence, or in a relationship that where there's some stress and strife going on that can lead to?
Jealousy.
Jealousy. Okay. What else? Now, I forgot to ask you, is jealousy a mental experience or is it a physical experience?
It's more of a mental experience for me.
Okay. What else? What would be another experience or thought or feeling that you might experience?
Insecure.
Okay. Okay, what else?
Not trusting. Hostile.
Okay. that also be just anger? Is that what
Yeah,
you mean by hostile?
yeah, anger. Fear.
Okay. Pretty good list there. So, in order to save time, what would be, what are some things that you find yourself doing to deal with these when you experience these? Do you find yourself reacting in a certain way, or do you find yourself trying to make these things go away? What do you do when,
I drink.
okay? What else might you do that you find that when you experience some of these unpleasant, because these are certainly things that we don't like to experience,
I'll smoke pot too.
okay?
Sleep. Listen to music. You play video games as well with that.
Okay. Let's make that another one. Okay. Now, I forgot to ask you if these were physical or mental experiences, and for the sake of time. You notice I have written these up here in the physical five senses quadrant because these are all behaviors that we do to make these things go away. And what I want to point out is that I have an arrow drawn from me noticing different circle, moving away, and each arrow represents a behavior that I control. Those are things that I have choices over. These things happen to us, and I don't have control. Once these things happen, I react to those. So these things don't have an arrow under them because these are things I can control. And if you'll notice that these are all physical behaviors, is there anything mentally that maybe that you might do that when dealing with this kind of stuff? Can you think of anything that that inside of you that might get in the way of dealing with these effectively? That's a tough one. That's okay.
I ruminate over stuff.
You ruminate? Okay. What do you mean by ruminate? That's a pretty good sized word there.
It's always in my head.
Okay. So you think about it over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
And ruminate is our ability to, what we do with ruminate gives us, that's our ability to problem solve. And so ruminating is one of the things that we tend to do mentally when this kind of stuff bothers us. For example, if we're feeling jealous, we might be thinking over and over, why would my girlfriend be talking to that guy? And I just can't believe she's thinking about going back to that guy, that kind of stuff. So, all right. That's kind of a quick rundown of the away side. Let's talk about toward moves. But first, I want to talk about values. How would you define values?
The things I care about.
Things you care about. So, things that are important to you. What are some examples of things that are important to you or that you care about?
Money.
Money. Okay. What else?
My pride.
Right. Okay. And what I'd like to add about values too is that values are things that we usually can't possess. They're a direction in life that give us a direction that we can move towards. So what else would you value?
My family.
Your family. And would that include maybe a spouse and children?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, okay. And you have children too?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. What we could also put up there would be just the value of relationships, because all of us have relationships with co-workers, friends, family members. So, what else?
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay, very important one for someone that's mandated to attend a domestic abuse class would be freedom. Can you think of anything else right now?
No.
Okay, we might come back to that. So, like I was saying, values give us direction in life. So now I want to ask you, since this is the towards side of the matrix, what are some things that I would either see you do or that you would find yourself doing, either mentally or physically, that I would see you do that would move you towards those things that are important to you?
Spend time with my family.
Okay, and is that a physical or a mental experience?
Be a physical.
Okay, so I'm going to put it up here. And what would spending time look like? What would I be seeing you do that you're spending time with your family? What would be going on?
Maybe not hang out with my friends and go to the bar so much and make time for them.
Okay, so staying home. And while you're at home with them, what might I see you do, say, with your girlfriend? What would be an example of spending time with your girlfriend, quality time?
Something that she might value in our relationship, watching movies.
Okay. And is there a particular kind of movies that you want to watch? Are you going to be watching Rambo or?
Probably romantic.
Okay, probably watching romantic movies. With your wife. So, what might I see you do that would show me that you're moving or spending time with your children? What would be a behavior I could see you do that?
Playing with them outside, taking them on walks with the dog, going to their school activities.
Exactly. So what are some behaviors I might see you do that would move you towards obtaining money? Or money is kind of a possession, so I don't know, is money a value or would it be more what money can buy for you?
Well, it's providing for my family as well.
Okay, so what would I see you doing that would move you towards obtaining money to provide for your family?
Working more, showing up on time to work.
I'm going to put provide, being a provider. So going to work. On time, right? And when you get there, you're going to work more? Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah.
All right. What might I see you do that would move you towards your value of pride? What might be a behavior that I would see you
Work harder.
work hard? Okay. So you take pride in your work, that's what I'm hearing you say.
Sometimes.
Okay. We got one last one up there. What about freedom? What would I see you do?
Well, I'm going to IDAP, aren't I?
Okay. So you're attending your IDAP classes. What else would tell me that you're moving towards your freedom that I would see you do, besides coming to classes?
Not going to jail.
Not going to jail. And would that look like, so not going to jail, is that a behavior, or could we maybe say obey laws? Would that be a better way to
Obey laws.
obey laws, right? So obeying laws in classes. Now, what I would like to talk to you about too is that, can you think of any values or anything mentally that you might could do that would help you move towards your values? I'm just going to throw one out there for the sake of time. Contemplating values, okay? Thinking about what's important to you. Thinking about what it is that you can move towards your values. That would be a mental exercise that you could do to move towards your values. Just thinking about them, contemplating, evaluating how things are going. And then also noticing, doing a matrix. Notice whether or not you're making away moves. Notice whether or not you're making moves towards your values. The way that I like to see this is that it's kind of the serenity prayer all diagrammed out. It identifies the things that we cannot change. It identifies all the things we can change, and it gives us the wisdom to know the difference. And that's what it's all about, is noticing the difference. Noticing if I'm making choices that move me away, that try to make this stuff go away, or am I making choices to move me towards my family? Another example of moving away, if a car is coming at you 80 miles an hour down the street, you're going to jump out of the way. That's an away move. It's also a toward move, towards your preservation of health, towards life. So some away moves and some toward moves can get you to your values. So don't look at these things, don't try to look at a matrix as this is bad and this is good, because that's not what it's about. It's about choices. It's about choices that we make, and all choices have consequences. And it's about noticing, because some away moves actually help you move towards your values. So, again, I'd like to thank Dr. Kevin Polk for this, and if you go to his website for more information, he's the one that created this wonderful sorting tool. So thank you.